Hello, let's do Wordle for Sunday, November 23rd. Let's play. Yesterday we spun the wheel and it said to start with ANSI again, so we're doing it. Pretty good start. All right, not ANSI today. We do end in a Y though. We got to worry about NNY. Let's see. But I don't want to do an NNY yet. So let's... what can I do though? Maybe start with N. Or I could put like an N here, because an N here would pretty much infer that it's NNY. But then if I put an N there, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Maybe is there an NEY I could do? Or an NOY, something along those lines? Annoy, but I really don't want to do that. Enjoy. Nope, that puts the N second, not third. All right, what about an NY like this? Like, let's think about common letters. R, L, N. Let's go back to basics. What are we going to do here ending in Y? Curly. Let's go with curly. No, that doesn't use an N. Sorry. R, L, N. We need to use the N. I'm having trouble thinking of a word. What's going on here? Lorny? I could do something like corny. It's not terrible. Let's try it. All right, it ends in NY, so maybe we should consider an NNY at this point. Funny comes to mind. What else? Bunny, funny and bunny. Is there like an INNY? Winnie? No. I'm not seeing an INNY. Unless ninny. Ninny might be a word. Is that when they make an answer? Is ninny a bad word? We could look at any. Jenny is a name. Jenny's also Jenny might be accepted. It might even be an answer. Isn't Jenny a female donkey? Anyway, I'm just going to go for, since there's funny and bunny, I'm just going to go for funny and go from there. All right, we'll try bunny then. All right, it was just that simple. I'm curious what else there was, though. So we'll check with the bot, as always. But yeah, before we do any of that, let's spin the wheel and see what we're going to start with tomorrow. I always shuffle beforehand, so it is completely random. It just seems to like to repeat anyway. All right, we're going to do Sonalita's super supporter suggestion of gravy. So if you would like to follow along tomorrow, start with gravy. That's actually fairly close to Thanksgiving, so it seems appropriate. Put some gravy on your Wordle. All right. Well, let's check with the bot to see how we did. All right, pull Wordle out here and bring up the bot. So the answer was bunny. Started with antsy. All right, it suggests peony as an answer, or as a follow-up here. Piney, penny. Penny I did not think of. I should have thought of penny. Phony, honey. All right, it does not have corny here, but I think corny worked out. Okay, so there were 7 words. Bunny and funny. Ninny is on the answer list. Penny, punny. Ooh, punny is on the answer list? Like that was a punny joke? I don't know. Does it mean something else? Veiny. I would never have thought of veiny. Like it's you got veiny arms or something. And then whiny. I probably could have thought of whiny. I thought of Winnie, but not whiny. All right, so there are quite a few I didn't think of. It suggests going penny or punny, which narrow things down quite well. I went funny, which is second place. And then from there, we were down to bunny and punny. So I wasn't going to lose, but I would have been very surprised if it wasn't bunny, and I would have had to think about it. Because I didn't even mention punny, because I was like, I don't think it would be punny. Anyway, I guess now I know it could be. All right. Well, let's go back up and check out peony. That's fun. That's a flower, isn't it? And then briny. That's fun. That's what sailors call the sea, the briny. And then we've got bunny only from there. All right, so it gets it in 4. Peony is fun. All right, what if we started with tails? It's suggested start. We've got crump, and then fudgy, or fungi, or fungo. Fungo, what is that? All right, fudgy. And then we go hunky, which narrows it out down all 5 of them. That's fun. Bunny, buzzy. Oh, buzzy is crazy. Hubby, hunky, and junky. If we do hunky, that gets us junky in an obvious way. All green's there. It tells you about bunny if it's not junky and it has the N. Hubby and, oh yeah, and hunky starts with H, so it gets you hubby, and otherwise it's buzzy. That's fun. All right, so that gets us bunny like that. All right, steel is going to be the same because tails was all gray, so we don't need to do it. Adieu gets the U only. We go quart to test the O as well. From there, we go gulps. We throw out guess 3 so that we can then have a chance at getting it in a reasonable time. We go funky and then bunny, so it gets into 5. So a tough solve for adieu today, at least with these follow-ups. Audio is probably going to be similarly difficult. We go straight to gulps, okay, and then burnt, and then bunny. Okay, so audio does a little better because we got that green U. All right, and then trace tries to get it in 2. I think it kind of did yesterday. Pushy, then bulgy, then buddy, then bussy, then bunny, maybe, or bunny in 5th. So 5 or 6 from trace. So definitely not in 2 today. And then place is what the official bot starts with. All right, we go snort, and then dying, and then bunny or funny gets it in 4 or 5. All right, let's check the official bot and see what's going on there. All right, 86 skill. Didn't like my guesses that much, but it was okay with them. 53 luck, 4 steps. How many people start with antsy? 87 others in hard mode. Wow, 8% followed up with bunny. That's really interesting. Just, yeah, the official bot likes peony, but very few people thought of that. But yeah, just seeing that it could be an N and Y, some people just went straight into it and did bunny and just won. So congrats on the 2 for those people. Corny is what I went, and that is the second most popular follow-up. It only gives it a 73 skill. Nerdy, phony, windy, whiny. Okay. People in my same situation went funny or penny or whiny or bunny or veiny. Veiny, fun. Some people thought of veiny. All right. Let's, its solve is place roust fudgy bunny. So it goes roust instead of snort. Which is interesting. So very different solves, but still gets it in 4. 0.2% people starting with bunny today. I think that 0.2% is baseline cheaters. And I think that there are some natural people who start with words that get in 1. All right. We've got bunny. Oh, wow. A 97.4% solve rate. So we've got a 2.6% failure rate. That's pretty high. People losing on buzzy. Wow. Interesting. Buggy. Yeah. Buzzy, buggy, funny, sunny, runny. It is quite trappy. Bungee. That's fun. Buddy, Buffy, bungee spelled. Isn't bungee spelled this way? I mean, obviously both were accepted. But it's more common, I guess more people had the G gone and so used the J. But just not thinking of bunny is crazy. I guess just it happens. It does happen. All right. Well, that is it for Wordle. How'd you do? And if you would like to watch the New York Times games, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.